Unless you learn to face your own shadows, you will continue to see them in others, because the world outside of you is only a reflection of the world inside of you. That's a quote I read from Carl Jung in the Shadow Work Journal book that I've been doing some reading on. I'm here today to talk to y'all about the shadow world and kind of integrating it into your new self, and also understanding who the shadow character is, essentially. You know, when I look in the power of the shadow work, you basically got to learn how to identify the parts of you from your past that is holding you back, that is keeping you back. Once you can identify those habits, you know, those behaviors, those impulses, you know, once you start to identify those, then you can understand what parts of you must change, the parts of you that can transform, that can evolve. If you live in the same reality and experience, and you know you just feel like you need something new, you need something different, you can look at that, and that can be a precursor example of what's going on with you. Why are you living the same type of experience, the same type of life, the same type of routines? When you look at these shadow triggers and indications, you can start to solve where the problem is growing from, essentially. But that quote itself will help you basically grow into a different person that you want to be. The person that you envision in your head that you ultimately is chasing. And one can also debate that you may never get there. It's always may just be the pursuit. It may just be the pursuit of growing into this person that you see yourself being. That is what keeps you evolving, and that's what ultimately keeps society evolving. A person that's staying productive, growing, giving, this person naturally will just create an environment around him that thrives also, whether it be people and societies, whatever. So this is a big thing too that we missing right now. Like a lot of us, we all going through shit. We all going through stuff right now where we're trying to like grow into a better person, but we know we got some like messed up ways about us. We know we got some stuff that we can work on, and it's like, man, I know I got some shit to work on, but like we really being lazy about it. Learning that we got a shadow self that we need to kind of grow from, that will always basically help us be better people, be better humans, be better friends, brothers, sisters, fathers, mothers, you know, and businessmen, entrepreneurs, whatever, you know, it just helps you be whatever. And that's just something to think about. So y'all boys would be tripping yourself out if y'all never learn nothing. If you just allow time to keep moving fast and you just be like, huh, what? I don't know, I don't care. Like, bro, learn something, bro. Quit trying to be somebody that you're not. You can definitely grow from it. Like, this whole, stop being not even being somebody that you're not, but stop being another version, another copy and paste. You know, just nothing but copy and paste, copy and paste. You gotta show your unique side. You have to, because that shit can teach people something that they don't even know they can learn. You can show people a side of you or just a way about you that opens up their perspective on lives. You know, you can bring something to the table, but you won't be able to do it unless you integrate your shadow self, unless you reflect and know what your shadow self is. What is my shadow self? What is the shadow work that I need to do? The parts of my shadows that I need to kind of get rid of, you know, is being less impulsive, being more disciplined, you know, not being easily distracted. You know, my shadow world, my shadow life, my past life, these were things that I did a lot. These were things that basically kept me in positions where I was winning on one spectrum of the world, but on the other I wasn't, you know. In the social world, my shadow self was the best version, but it mattered in that world. That world was the college world. That was the networking world. You had to connect with people from all type of backgrounds, all type of industries, sports, academia, you know, TV, media, all type of stuff, where this is your time to be networking, be at the events, be around the people, hang out with the friends, get those experiences. That was my shadow life, my past life. And that's the life that also I can take stuff from that life and take it with me as I move forward. Like when I move forward, I always say I'm going to always network now. But now it's going to be certain events, certain things I'm doing where if I am networking, it's not just at a motherfucking after party at 3 a.m. in the basement, music banging, everybody drunk as hell, just spent out of our mind. It ain't gonna be that no more. It's gonna be something like, okay, this is an event where you can go meet like-minded mentors, business people, you know, people that's leaders in the community. You can go meet these people at a party and you can connect. And that's what I'm looking for right now. And the hardest part is it's hard to change around people that know you from what they met you on. I noticed that. That's why I do believe in you have to like really travel around and move around the world in your actual physical location. Like don't be stuck in one place, because it's always hard to change around the people that, okay, y'all met me as this, but now it's time for me to grow into this. And no one's believing you, or no one's even, they trying to rock with that. You know, it's like, it's hard to present a different version of you when someone already met that current version of you. So it's hard to do that when you reflecting on your shadow self, you know, when you're starting to see like, okay, I got to let this go. But letting this go mean let going of doing the thing with the bros, or doing that, going here or whatever, you know, like you might have to sacrifice that too. That causes people around you to start to bump heads with you, start to view you different. And now you got to face the choice of moving on, sacrificing that time being, or basically staying the same. Because if you make it in the long term, that time being is gonna come back, because everybody gonna believe in you. So that's why the shadow has to be reflected on. What parts of you can you let go? What parts of you can you sacrifice, at least for the time being, at least, you know? And this is currently stuff that I go through on my current life. This is journeys that I still embark on, and stuff I'm still trying to figure out, where in my situation, I come from a hood background, then I went to a rural type of area. Then I moved to like a Midwest town, like in a farmland, but it's a city inside. It's like, man, you got to be so many different people and characters, kind of. It's like a game. It's really like a game. It's like, you know, you take bits and pieces, and you always gonna keep stuff with you because that made you. But as you grow and you get older, you start to learn new things, learn new skills and behaviors, and that changes your identity over time. And that's one thing I'm always cognitive of, is just knowing that, like, okay, remember who you are, but don't get too lost in the sauce, basically. Don't go to the new places and just take in everything and accept everything too, knowing what you stood for and what you were about. That is like, that's the daily battle I'm facing. And that's also the shit that everyone honestly goes through. And you need to realize that, because we all want to hold on to our shadow self or our past life, because maybe that life shit was lit. You were on top, So that's the mindset you got to keep having, but you're not realizing that time and everything around you is moving away from that. Where you got to move around yourself, go integrate a different mindset, go do other stuff, and realize, okay, I got left behind in that world. Like, what do I need to do to upgrade? What do I need to do to make myself better? That's just things to think about, man. That's just all things to think about. This video gonna just be about the shadow work. I know y'all heard of the terms. It's been around for years, but it's now the time in my life where I'm starting to look at my shadow self, my past self, and just reflect on what parts I'm gonna keep and what parts I'm gonna get rid of. I'm just a kid from Detroit, man, trying to make it. I'm trying to go the slow and steady route, but the honorable route, the respectable route. I'm not trying to cut any corners, man. I'm trying to do the hard work, and it's really hard. Like, it's gonna be hard work, man, but when you keep a strong mind about it, man, and you continue to push yourself, man, you get through it. You'll get somewhere. So I hope anybody out there, man, if you dealing with getting ahead in any aspect, man, start to reflect inward. I would say look into some shadow work topics, podcast interviews, or just articles about it, Read up on how you can learn about your past self and getting rid of stuff and noticing what stuff held you back. Y'all just tell me what y'all think about it. Like and subscribe. Please feel free to comment. More content on the way. We up.